All right, it's time to get that out of here. So we're gonna get that so we can start getting the pedals pulled off. I forgot my tall one. This is gonna be a fun recording. That's right, I got this one. Well, that was fun. Yeah, so the master cylinder comes off here. This bracket goes on the firewall, and then you have this right here, and it's got a pin right here. I couldn't reach the pin. Had I known how it worked, pretty sure there's an easier way to do it than what I did it, but I got it off. We're still working on getting this pedal out, and there's not enough room for you, me, and the camera. So I'm gonna do it just me. But maybe you can kind of see there's some bolts. No, I'm blocking the light. There's a couple bolts up here that go to this thing. Right there. I'm touching them, but right there. Well, there. We'll pull them out, and the pedal should be loose to come out. And then we'll start prepping for the new one. So we took the cruise control off. This is what I was talking about. Let's see if we can get it up here in front of you. What we're gonna do is we're gonna end up cutting this, and then we're gonna turn it and shorten it so it'll sit behind the motor in, come on, focus. It's not going to. Sit behind that right there. It'll be straight behind it, and it'll sit lower, and that should work. I mean, you can have a little bit of an angle on it. It can have a little bit of an up pull, and it should be fine, but I don't know when that's gonna happen. All right, so here's where we are. It's gonna be a mess to try to edit, but that's fine. So we tried to cut these down to fit, and it ain't gonna happen. So I bought a factory set. So now what the plan is, as you can see, this bolt's bigger than this bolt, but this is what we need. This right here is not turned or clocked right, but I can take that off and clock it to the direction we need, and then weld this to this. The main thing is that clocking it's one thing, but I gotta make sure that I get the angle so it gets enough travel when you put the clutch in to push the cable down. Because if you set that in spot where it's supposed to be on this truck, and put that where it's supposed to be on this truck, those two, that there we go, that there, and that there are actually lined up in the exact same spot. You can tell by the hole in the floor because this one's designed for a rod that pushes on a Z-bar. So that's the plan now, is to fit that on there and make that one get enough of the stroke to push it. Just one quick reminder. So I'm gonna be welding that onto that, and you don't want that and that on that. You want it off of that when you weld it to that. Oh, you will bake those plastic bushings. So, fabrication. All right, so here's where we're at. As you can see, this right here is built like that. And I don't know what that is, but they were stuck together. But I took a chisel and stuck it down between, oh, come on, focus in. Focus, there we go. Stuck it down between there, a couple whacks, boop, pops off. So now, this right here, we're gonna have to drill this out to make it a little bit bigger so it'll fit inside there, like that. So the plan is, I will put this, and this is gonna, this should work. It honestly should. But I'm gonna put it back on here, see if I can enhance. There we go. I will set this up, we'll get the angle. And then this right here, we'll put this on there, get the angle where this is gonna be straight down. And then I don't want to tack it on there, but we may have to. If we can get it off fast enough, it'll be all right. But we'll tack it however it's supposed to be. And then we're gonna weld really good. And everything lines up the same length. I mean, it should work great. So let's get this. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out exactly how we're going to do all this, but I think it's going to work just fine. And the reason why I didn't record doing this, we did it outside, and I'm in the Texas Panhandle. It's 12 degrees out there. No, thank you. So I went out there as quick as I can, hammered it out, came back. Might put on time lapse here in a little bit. We'll just decide what we're doing here, because I kind of want everybody to see that I am actually doing stuff. All right, so what we're doing now is we're actually bolting it in, and so we're bolting it in, and then we're going to measure everything for the what are we measuring for again?
Slave cylinder.
There we go, the slave cylinder. Then we'll drill the hole, get the slave cylinder actually put in to where we can measure the stroke, and that way we'll know that it's right, and we'll be able to tack it, pull it off, because the last thing we want to do is melt those bushings. We'll be able to tack it, pull it off really fast, and then Micah the welder is going to actually weld it. And I'm actually glad for that. I mean, I want to talk trash and act like I'm the welder, but I am not. He knows it, I know it, the neighbors know it. I mean, pretty much everybody knows it. Anyways, I'll quit yakking my gums. All right, there's a slave cylinder. There's the clutch. And everything's hooked up. Oh, sorry. Hooked up, bolted in. Obviously we can't push it because we don't have a clutch on here. Or the, yeah. What a pain, but how great it is to be done with this part.